Okay, so I haven't been recording very much, and I haven't had very many big developments, projects, or whatever. Um, it looks like this is a. And another thing is that when I take pictures or record, it seems like the details kind of get washed over in the pictures or video, and like you can't really see a lot of the stuff that's important. Also, being outside means these mosquitoes. And there's like God knows how many freaking species. Anyway, so this bamboo was given to me as a gift. This is the site that it's planted. A few of the things. Last night, this willow tree was defoliated almost completely by the not harvester, the leaf cutter ants. This other tree has also been defoliated before, but it isn't currently. It has some gnarly looking thorns that aren't hard yet, and it seems like under the leaf cutter's form of cutting back and pruning, they don't get too threatening. I laid down some layers. I don't know if you remember, of weed mulch, basically green mulch, grass to dry out, like here. Pretty thick too, a couple inches or more. And it's gotten overgrown several times. This one seems to hold the thicker, more cellulose-rich stuff. The leaves and twigs and woody stuff from the tree from when I pruned it. The iguana's food seems to be doing well. I don't know if I should record inside the enclosure right now. Grape is doing well. It's rebounding from pruning. That's going to be, hopefully, the new trunk for the tree, because you can tell how damaged the old one is. I've let some of it regrow in attempts maybe to heal it enough to keep it going for a little while longer. But it's cut back a lot. Cleared this path. I removed one caoba, which is considered a mahogany, one of the true mahoganies, and functionally endangered here. Is that a cricket? I wonder if it's alive. I'm gonna try to kill it if it isn't and feed it to my scorpions. Yeah. Okay. It's scorpion food for later. Try not to forget. I'm gonna move this out of the way. I found some, they call it oreja de burro. It's a Sansevieria snake plant. Just thrown in the ditch along with some jars. Other trash. Some of it has been burned. Some of this still has ash from being burned. Left it out here to wash off, shake any bugs off and stuff. Here's a mango I gotta transplant. So I take it the soil under this tree is probably better than most other places in the yard, patio, given that it had been here for so long and it dropped a lot of fruit and leaves. You can see the banana circles doing well. 2 bananas. Third one's a lot shorter. It's tucked into there. There's potatoes there that didn't take the heat too well. There's a costus relative. I'm not sure if that's a family but it's doing well. One of those ginger family members is not there anymore. It basically, succumbed to the stress, the heat stress, and by the time that I got to it, it was gone. It got eaten by some opportunistic bug, hollowed out the insides. So now I just have regular ginger and that one, which I think is the white lily, the Cuban national flower, something like that. Okay. Here's a peek. He sleeps in a bucket right now. Give me a sec. It gets pretty warm during the day, so it looks like right now I need to actually replace his food. He has these little jars and keeps the food mostly fresh. He still has some. It's kind of fresh, kind of alive, but the level evaporates, so if it evaporates too much, either by the plants breathing, the leaves breathing, or the heat, it dries his fresh food out. See the water level? So that needs to get replaced. Doesn't look like it was too long ago, and it looks like he had a chance to eat something. This is where he sleeps currently. Actually, he's not in there. What? Is he not? Oh, he's actually tucked way in there. See? I don't know if you can tell. Oh, hey. Scared you? Sorry. Oh, it looks like he's molting too. He's shedding. It's a good sign, I guess. Alright, I'll go back to sleep. I'll replace his food in a little bit. This is the stuff mainly he eats. I planted some. Check out the ants. I planted some over here. Next to this Jamaican cherry. It's a root cutting. It's a clone from the tree in the front. One of the two. I think it's the largest one. But the iguana food is here. This is pretty good. The tender stuff he'll eat. Here's some seedlings of that same type. So I managed to get the seeds to propagate. Here's a citrus. I think it's a Mexican lime. And there's another one right there. More seedlings. Some lemongrass. Okay. So one of the newer developments is I might be able to get some of the corn varieties that I actually want to grow, which is good news. I might have blue, blackish, white, and yellow. I'm not sure. I couldn't get a multi-variety pack, but yeah, these are intended to be Chinampa style, Three Sisters type plantings. This place gets sweet potatoes, which there's only one growing there. I don't know if you can tell where it is. There it is. It's a sweet potato. There was the ginger relative that failed. Here's one that's doing really well. It's nice and healthy. And here's another one of the same type. Here's a cucurbit variety that comes up here wild, and it seems edible. So I'm letting it grow for now. And I'm letting it fill the role of the cucurbit squash pumpkin here. You can see some of them there. I've been thinning out the stuff I don't want to grow here right now, and dropping a lot of that as mulch. This is the Bermuda grass, which I dislike the most. Here's a tomato relative, which is not tomatillo, but it looks a lot like it. Here's the old stand of, yeah, take your time. Here's the old stand of the iguana's, favorite food stuff. You can't really tell, like I said, how much there is, the details. But there's plenty here. He's able to keep a belly. See? Plenty of this. I try to get the newer, tender leaves. I also found, I planted a guamuchil here, right there, which I took from the wall. It was too close to the wall, so I gave it a little bit of a distance, and I put another one over there, right over there. So there's one there, there's the same one that's been here, and that one, all along this general line. I found that there's this other type of amaranth. This one does not look to be Amaranthus spinosus. It's a different variety. I'm not sure if it hybridizes or not, but it's entirely different. Softer, thicker leaves. Maybe a little more coarse too. But the seed heads don't have the spines that the other ones develop when you cut them. They just don't. A little rubbery. The loquat I don't think will be doing well. It's currently moved over there after having a little bit of, being out of the ground in a water pot, a tub. Shards of grass I find in the soil all the time. All the freaking time. Some rue. This is the cactus variety that I'm used to eating, the puntu. Other type I was recommended. And then the type that I was told around here is preferred. I'm inclined to believe not. You can't really tell there, but it's got some nasty spines and bristles that come off way too easy and are way too irritant on the skin. So there's another one over behind the coconut palm over there, just getting a little darker. I'm leaving these up to collect seed, but I don't want them spreading anywhere. There's another one over there. Freaking mosquitoes. Planted bamboo here. It's a clone. One there. One there. One there. One there. One there. It's been about a week and they're not doing too bad. And this one has been about a month or longer. It's actually doing pretty well. They're clones off this one, which is doing really well if you can't tell. all this. This is one of the Albas that moved. This one was the one closest to the house. It was right up against the house, on the outside, on the west side, right up over there, right over there behind that. God, mosquitoes. This one was near the door, and had this one which is underneath, and you can tell the sun here is unforgiving. Right now the mosquitoes come out because the sun lets them. The Holobas are doing well for now. These other Wamuchinas are doing better than that one. So there's this one. This is one of these types of trees, but since it's at a lower height, it doesn't suffer from the cold that has pretty much ended for the rest of the year. There's another Wamuchin right here. There's gonna be bamboo there and there, and that would be kind of like a row here. Then there's going to be a sort of trench swale running all the way from as close as I can get to over here to that wall. And then the soil is going to be moved to do things like this, which is, if you can't tell, a few buried logs. 2 of them are from the guava tree, that tree there, for hugelkultur. This avocado is doing fine. I don't know exactly what variety it is. If the loquat doesn't do well, like I said before, that tree right there gets planted in its place, or maybe a mango. I'm not sure. Here's another one which is doing well. It's getting dark, and oh, there we go. They like it. Mosquitoes. These need to get moved, and there are 4. I think there are 4 other Holobas which could go in that spot. I think it's going to be one of the bigger ones. I'm not sure. Wait, no, there's 5 others. There's 5 others. These trees are doing fine. You can tell, pretty freaking healthy. That's really nice, actually. Nice, dark, new leaves, which it went through a little bit of a hiccup there. If you can tell the difference there. This is what they look like, and this is what they're supposed to look like when they're matured. Except something happened with their nitrogen, and look at those. Yeah. You probably wouldn't be able to, or willing to, accept what can be heard as antisocial, so I won't bother pointing it out right now. That's getting pulled out eventually, and I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be potted. I'm not sure. These get planted out from which is. There's like 2 there, I think. That one goes over there too. Alright, so that got turned into kind of a path, and I was thinking planting tobacco here as one of the plants there. There's another one which is coming up right here at the base somewhere. Where is it? Right here. It's tiny. castor bean is actually nice shade for right now, even though most people wouldn't tolerate it, even being alive. But it's providing mulch for this chaya. The leaves kind of look similar, they're not. And it's grown a lot actually. It's like 300 times taller. A lot more leaves than the cutting. You can tell I cut back all the flower heads so as to not let the castor produce seed. And then there's this, which I meant to get to earlier, but gonna be putting some of those taller bricks, this type of brick, as a border here to lay in deeper rock, some of that sand, and top off with these paving bricks all the way to the door. Hopefully at least a square here and a square there in front. Here's some of the trash I've collected from my front step. We even had them send me to jail over telling them not to burn it. And I know they understand. I know they know what I mean. The healing on this one, Jamaican cherry, is going really well. All this, like almost, it's thicker than my pinky finger, has its new healed growth. This is the older layer. It's still kind of covered in wax. See? And then this is what I pruned into, which is covered in wax. I used just plain paraffin beeswax from a candle because I found a pest in there, a sort of carpenter ant or something like that, some little wasp thing. This is getting dug up and that's getting dug up. So that's the other two. These are the two furthest out in front of the house. This is getting moved towards the back most likely, along with the mango. I've had success, sort of by chance, germinating two. What's this? You can tell there's root right there. The shadow right there. And this is like, I'm not sure what type of legume or mimosa that is. And then that's the neem tree. Guava. These are basal shoots, or shoots from the roots of this tree, and that's how I'm getting those trees over there. I only have one right now, but I'm thinking of moving them because besides shade, they're kind of obstructive and in the way. At least that one is, and I've had to cut it. You can tell there, and then again over there. That pruning wound is almost healed, and that one's still got a way to go. I'll be cutting this back to dump the soil taken out from there over here, so that a ramp can get made. I'll be able to bring a car into here. What else? Well, that's pretty much it for now. Again, there's that mango. And the guava and the grape. You know, there's like stuff to do. But I'm getting the most passive-aggressive, roundabout, always beat around the bush and miss the point type of support, and all the heckling, all the degrading, it's fucking bullshit, really. It's fucking bullshit. For the gussied up, sugar-coated presentation they give themselves, it's screwed as fuck, really. It's screwed as fuck. So, I don't know. You'd think it'd be more straightforward, really. It's not. It's really not. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Oh, I think I missed the ginger, but it looks like the other stuff, basically. It's just smaller right now. Here's another guava. This one probably came up from some rotten fruit. Yeah, from. I think I'm actually gonna, since it looks like maybe he's eaten recently, won't wait to fill up the iguana's food. Some people give him food every day, but every time I tried to do that, he just wouldn't finish his food. And they get all dried up. So I made those little containers to keep some fresh food. And then I leave these plants in the ground because the pellets and the fruit that I offer him, he doesn't want to eat. And I thought iguanas really liked fruit. Well, I've seen the wild ones eat the fruit, but this guy just doesn't even touch the fruit. Anyway, so that's in the enclosure. Check out the rotting damage there from other people being allowed to do things their way. People who have some position of authority or say so over my life currently. Unfortunately. But of course, no way to phrase that in a way that could make them be held accountable. It's fucking pain on the ass. Whoa! You gotta hear that? Advertising, Capitalism Central, from 7 in the morning to 8, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, sometimes both. Noon, and then from 5 to 7. And on weekends, they extend it about an hour. It's lovely, lovely. Oh, this one's getting dug up towards the back, which means this one gets to stay. This one right. That'll be most of the nitrogen fixation these guys need. Capitalism Central. There's no collective here. There's no profit sharing. No profit sharing, no collective. No town stores of reserves. There's a store in the street corner, and then another one, well, near the street corner, near the other street corner. There's one over there, there's one over there, there's another one over there, and everybody's just competing with each other out here. It's not TJ, it's not Chilangolandia, freaking, what do they call it? El DF, you know? It's out in a rural countryside. So, yeah, so much for that kindness, that country kindness. So much for that group spirit. It's a fucking free-for-all. Might as well be TJ. Might as well be the US. Minus the bloated government. Oh, I'm gonna try to catch that for the scorpions. Alright, I'm turning this off. Well, maybe I could catch it. Got it.